There's some crazy stuff. In case you haven't heard, all of P. Diddy's homes are being raided. One's in L.A., one's in Florida, and the one's in Miami. I believe 2 of his sons were arrested. Charges are sex trafficking. Woo, man. More and more people in Hollywood are getting exposed. It's crazy to see. Now, the weird thing is this keep flashing back and forth between locations. Whoever's in the helicopters, you can hear them a little bit, but they don't say too much. All you can do is watch. But on the other video, they showed, they brought out 2 males with their hands behind their back pretty aggressively. Now, I'm wondering if this is stemming, I'm sure this is stemming from Carissa's lawsuit against P. Diddy. Although she settled out of court, the court papers were ugly. I'll leave the link for both court papers down below in the description, so you guys can go download the court filings, and you can see there's more than just her as an accuser. There's new people coming forward, and the stuff they're writing in their court papers are really ugly, but not surprising. The reason why I say that is there's a lot of this going on in Hollywood. Trust me, I know. But I'm curious to see if we're going to see dominoes falling. I mean, what is P. Diddy willing to do to protect his kids and himself? What kind of names is he going to be giving up? What kind of information is he going to be giving up? Because they're saying that Diddy is a new Epstein of our time, which is really interesting to hear. If that's the case, that could be why the feds are going after him now, why Biden's in office, so he can get a pardon.
Copy.
Now, look, this has been talked about for years. I mean, years and years and years. People have talked about P. Diddy and all of his little special parties he has at home. There was a lot of people, you know, like Cat Williams recently has snitched on P. Diddy about some of his activities. There was some questioning about Justin Bieber being over at P. Diddy's house.
Okay, copy that. Stand by. Tell him I know.
When he was a minor, you know, he stayed a weekend out there. What parents will let their damn kids go stay with a grown man? You know, and if you look at P, and if you look at Justin Bieber, he does look a little traumatized. Let's be honest. Not just him, but even Usher. I'll show you something pretty interesting. I'm going to stop sharing that for now. I'm going to come over here. Okay, take a look at this. I'll show you right now. I don't know if any of you guys have seen video where P. Diddy is drunk and he accidentally lets it slip out that he's shared a bed with Usher. Watch, listen.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to.
First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off goddamn plane. Fresh off
the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We're having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in the.
Hey, yo.
Oh yeah, so you can imagine that.
So as soon as
Usher was a minor.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours.
Look at this thing Goody gave Justin Bieber. Look at him.
Okay.
Justin Bieber's a minor.
You know, come get the front shot.
Man.
Minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there. You gotta, wear your seat.
I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
Wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Yeah, Usher talked about it. He hinted about it, but he never came right out and said exactly what was going on. But he says you don't want to go to these P. Diddy parties. They're special kind of parties. You got a weird name for them. But we know Justin Bieber stopped hanging around P. Diddy. P. Diddy ran into him backstage at a concert one time or at an award show and asked him, how come he doesn't call him no more? How come he doesn't come around and hang around no more? And the kid looked absolutely pale as a ghost. I mean, he's white already, but that child was extremely white. He was freaking out. So yeah, this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Just in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, all three homes of P. Diddy's being raided at the same time, man. This is crazy. That's the thing with people with too much money. They start getting away with little things, and then they get away with a little more. And some of these court filings, though, you're going to find out that P. Diddy and his son killed somebody. And the lady claimed that P. Diddy made a phone call to a certain individual, and they had him clean it up. And that was his go-to guy. By the way, the same guy worked for Michael Jackson's security when Michael Jackson passed away. Is that a quidinky dink or not? Makes you wonder. This might be something, bigger coming along here. Because if this guy starts snitching, it's going to be crazy. Also, not to mention, this is a great distraction from all the political news that's come out about all the things that, Trump got a win today. As the court lowered his a bond amount for his homes. Remember, they wanted like 500 million for this bond, and that's a little bit crazy, but the judge lowered it, so that's taking it out of the news. Not to mention all the polls of which Trump is smashing. So if you needed a distraction, here's a good one. First, we had a shooting at a Russian concert, and now we got P. Diddy being raided. Sorry, they got to throw somebody under the bus. You know what's so crazy about this? Because I remember this video, very something similar to it, and people were saying they were raiding Oprah's house. I don't know if you guys remember this. They're saying, oh, they're going after Oprah for the same thing that they're going after Diddy for. And if I didn't know any better, he lives right there next to her, because that looks like the same video, if you're asking me. But this is supposed to be live. So either they're neighbors or this is strangely familiar. So I'm wondering if they're going to put him and R. Kelly in the same cage. Just think of all the collaborations they could do together. But on a serious note, look, if these people are guilty of these crimes, this is all allegedly, you guys. These are just what they're talking about. They're being raided, they're being investigated, but nobody's been found guilty of, all right? So, you know how that story goes.
Yeah, right now we're at just under 3/4. We should be okay.
So this is hitting airwaves all over the place, you guys. This is terrible. Look, I'm not a fan of P. Diddy's. I just always thought he mooched off his artists. He didn't have no talent. He just had the connections. But props to him. He was successful at what he did. That's the problem. When you get that rich, you think you can get away with anything. They said that's one of Clive Barker's boys, if you know what I mean. Clive Barker is one of those people who swings in both directions. And that P. Diddy is part of the gay mafia. I said, well, that's crazy. So let's chime in with another YouTuber. Let's hear what she has to say real quick. It's crazy how things are going. Yeah, this is crazy to watch. I'm gonna switch over to another YouTuber super quick because she has some interesting things to say as well.
Anyone against them. Y'all saw what happened to Tiffany Haddish jumping on a plane talking about she want to see what's happening in the Middle East, doing propaganda for a. We'll leave that for a different.
Yeah, so Tiffany Haddish and was it Aries, the guy that got arrested, the two comedians that got arrested for something that was essay on minors. Remember they settled out of court and they said they didn't want to go to that house again as a misunderstanding. They just got arrested again for the same thing, but different people. So Cat Williams wasn't lying when he let the cat out of the bag.
Tisa, this thing is darker than you'll ever imagine. I guess we'll eventually get to the bottom of all these missing kids. Andrew Combe, Traffic for the Sick Elite, something Kim saw and was going to spill. Yo, let me tell y'all something.
Kim Porter.
2 years ago.
That's P. Diddy's ex. She just mysteriously died.
Diddy so much. I just thought he was Diddy, producer or whatever. If you told me 2 years ago this mess will be going on, I would have been like, girl, stop. But now, what's been going on in all 2023? And Cat Williams said, baby, anything's possible. So you know what, Jennifer? Everything's possible. If this is, I hope everybody goes down on it and everything is exposed. There's something.
Oh, not just that, but he also mentioned Oprah Winfrey. If she goes down, then you know it's for reals.
Let me tell you something. Hollywood is being exposed and there's more to come. I will say one thing, and this one got nothing to do with nothing. I get it because like I get it, but at this point, any parent, if you can get a job working at McDonald's and scrubbing toilets on the side, do it instead of putting your kids in Hollywood. If you got a beautiful daughter or son that got a dream to sing and act, try to get them into college. Try to be like,
Oh no, it's crazy. When my daughter was little, right before she became 2, we had a talent agency sign her up to do commercials, and she got into commercials right away. She did the J.C. Penney's. It was a catalog for something. It was called the Spring Children's Special or something like that. She actually started doing commercials, and you can understand why the parents get all sucked into this, because when you get on set, they have everything you want there, all the candies, all the food, anything you can eat, it's there. All right. The kids, if they get to play around, they get to eat whatever they want. But my daughter was making like $500 a day, 500 a day doing commercials. And it was called the Little Darlings campaign. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name of it for the sake of my life. Anyways, but my daughter was young and I told her, as soon as you don't want to do this anymore, just tell daddy and we're gone. And the agent was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, I miss my daughter, man. If she doesn't want to do this no more, we're gone. And right in the middle of shooting the commercial, she's walked over to me. She goes, I don't want to do this no more. And we left. Gone. That was it. My daughter never went back. There was nothing freaky happening. She just got bored with it. She had all her money that she got from shooting her commercials, went into her college fund. So she was lucky. But you could see parents there who desperately want their kids to make it big. They do. And they'll do anything to make that happen, or they'll allow anything to make that happen. If you look at people, it's weird, not just this P. Diddy thing going on. So we had the Epstein thing recently. Well, it wasn't recently, but a couple of years ago. And now we have this P. Diddy thing, but it isn't just that. The Nickelodeon crap is all being exposed right now as well. The Dan Snyder and all those people that handle kids like Amanda Bynes and the iCarly girl. All of them are being exposed. Well, they're not being exposed. Hollywood already knew this. This is not a hidden secret that a lot of these people that were arrested for kitty diddling would do lesser charges, and then they would turn around and rehire them all over again. If you look at what's his name, Michael Gunn, the first X-Men director, go research him. These people are not good people, man, and they all bail one another out. They do. They got connections with police officers. They got connections with politicians, and so they feel untouchable. The one I want to see get nailed is David Geffen. That would be interesting because I've heard some horrible things about him. Again, it's just all rumors and allegations. I'm just saying what I heard when I was in Hollywood. You would hear about a lot of different people. I mean, there was even crap that, the Playboy Mansion, Hugh Hefner was doing the same thing where he's videotaping and blackmailing people. So it's that's the thing. Hollywood will cater to your darkest side. They'll feed that beast, and then it'll betray you, and then they'll have it on film, and then you belong to them. Period. Now they'll let you get to millions of dollars and let you get rich and famous, but you're also going to do whatever they want you to do. There's no doubt about that. Now, I remember when, which was it? Corey Feldman came out and said that pedophilia was the dark secret that was being kept about Hollywood, and people lambasted them. They criticized them. They attacked them. They accused him of making this stuff up. Now look at, he's real credible now, isn't he? I remember when he finally let out that it was Corey Haim, who the Hollywood person was that R-word him. You know what I mean? I can't say it on it because YouTube doesn't like it. And that it was Charlie Sheen that did it to him when they were filming Rudy, that he was taken advantage of. That's unfortunate. But, just like there was a porn star that had a weekend with Charlie Sheen in which the police showed up. And she said she was scared, because Charlie Sheen said, look, we end people, we make them disappear. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing can protect you. That's who we are. That's who he's telling this girl. And he's not lying. Not lying at all. Like the court papers say about P. Diddy, that, you know, him and his son killed somebody and they made a phone call and made it disappear. Not just that, I remember allegedly a limo driver for, let's call him Mr. E in a special island. He went and do some special driving for Mitt Romney, his nephew, not Mitt Romney himself, but the nephew of Mitt Romney. And when he got there, he found out that this kid had offed a prostitute. And he said, I need you to take this body to this address. They're going to take care of it. And he wrote a story about how he just went to this location. These people were there, dropped off the body, and that was it. So, yeah, these people, they feel, they're untouchable. They're so connected. And why wouldn't they feel that way? If they've been committing these crimes for years and years and years and nobody's ever done anything to them, and how you can't even really talk about it without getting censored or removed or punished for something. Again, you guys, all these are allegations, rumors, all right? But this is what's going on with P. Diddy right now. All three of his locations are getting hit at the same time. And I believe his 2 boys have been arrested. The other rumor is that P. Diddy is on the run. He has not been caught yet. Again, that's just a rumor. I wonder if they're going to do the whole O.J. Simpson thing, when he's in a white Bronco. Let's hear a little bit more about what she has to say.
To shade them all. Listen, so if you guys don't know, in gossip or even in just news, whenever something's released on Friday, they do it because they want to bury the story. Because most likely, if something drops on Friday, people are so busy enjoying their lives on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, that by Monday, even if people are still talking to it, it reduces steam. If you want people to talk about something for a longer time, you traditionally drop it on Monday because everybody's at work, everybody's talking, and the gossip lasts longer.
Yeah, that's true. But they do the same thing with banking. Whenever something happens in the banking industry, they'll do it on a Friday. This way, then the people can't run into a bank or do a bank run. It gives people a couple of days to cool off. If something bad is happening in the bank, a stock market, bad news that affects the stock market or economy won't be reported till Friday. It's just one of these tactics that they use. But she's also right. If they want it to be talked about and shared, they're going to do it on a Monday so that the people talk about it during the week. So it's very interesting that this is happening today. They apparently need a distraction from now until election time. And trust me, this thing is going to be in the news hardcore if this indeed is what they say it is. And they're going after P. Diddy. If they're going to go after P. Diddy and charge him, there's no doubt that this is going to be in the headlines for months to come. What do you guys think? It's freaky, man. How many of you guys knew about this kind of stuff? Any of you aware of it? I'm just reading your comments, you guys. Sorry, I don't see my picture on there, so hopefully it's up. Now, Disney is another corporation that's done all kinds of rumors to have all kinds of freaky things done to it. But the Nickelodeon, I've heard about for a long time. There has been stories around about that corporation going back years. There is a gentleman out there. He used to release videos on YouTube. I don't know if he's on YouTube no more, but I know he is on Rumble. His name is Deluxe, like D, the initial, and Lux, LUXX, I think it is, Deluxe. He releases videos exposing all this stuff. He gets this information and he relays it to people. His stuff is, woo, man, he's got a ton of stuff for people to review. So what I'll try to do is find his link to his Rumble account and then let you guys see it for yourself, because it's the stuff that he was releasing is he was exposing everybody. I mean, everybody, going all the way back in time on up to where we are today. Let's take a look at what's going on. Feds raid Diddy's Miami home. How many guys remember when a video came out and they were claiming that they were arresting Oprah? Do you guys remember that? Isn't this the same location? I think it was like a small fire or something happened in their house, and then rumors started. See right here? See this? Look right here, this little curve in their driveway. I don't know why that looks so familiar, but I specifically remember when rumors started, was it a couple years ago, that they were arresting Orca Winfrey, and this looks like the very same place. I wonder if her and Diddy were just neighbors. So look at down below. It says his Miami home, Los Angeles home, and New York home. His boys got arrested, but apparently he is on the run. Yeah, for the things that are gonna. Oh my gosh, man! I keep thinking about everybody that's gonna be called in. Usher, Justin Bieber, anybody that has been hanging around P Diddy, and if any rumors about you and P Diddy, I guarantee you they're gonna bring you to court, or you're gonna be interrogated. They're gonna ask you a lot of questions. God, talking about an embarrassing situation for a lot of these men who were kids at the time, who were being taken advantage of by P Diddy. He was an adult, man. Talk about pedo stuff, man. Imagine the embarrassment. These guys have probably tried to bury this for years. You know, they don't want to think about it no more. And now this, they might actually have to come forward and talk about this. All the rumors are going to be flying, man. This is going to be in the news. This is going to cover the news cycle now for months. If I didn't know any better, I swear they planned this. What do you guys think? You guys think this was planned? Come on, man. He had the R. Kelly thing going on, and he's in jail now. That finally, that trial went on forever and a day. Then you have the P. Diddy stuff going on, and now that's being exposed. And again, I told you, they called him the current Epstein, is what they were calling him. You have the Nickelodeon stuff all coming out. It's weird how all of this is coming out at one time. Look, God moves in mysterious ways. And when we tell you there's a battle between good and bad, or good and evil, that's no joke. You see God stepping up and doing his part real quick. What they say, God said he'll lift the veil. People, I don't know if people are ready to see the truth out there. It's not easy to handle. Last thing you want to do is find out that your kid is involved in this. Yeah, Clive Barker was the one, I believe, that got P. Diddy going to where he is today, just like a Merv Griffin and what the heck is it? Seacrest, Ryan Seacrest. They're part of the gay mafia as well. So that's his boy toy. Yeah, all this stuff happens out there, man. This isn't fake. This is real stuff. You hear rumors about it, people just jump on you and go, oh man, that's just rumors. That's not real.
Really, really fantastic. So we don't know what actually happened or if Diddy is framing him, right? Let's see.
Framing who? I should rewind a little bit, huh? Let me rewind just a little bit.
From Los Angeles, Miami, and the local law enforcement things. Listen, the feds are alluding that the raids, and Guardians confirm raids happen in 3 cities. Also, here's the thing. Jared Kennedy is a journalist. He's very respected. He's saying that he's hearing that Diddy might have been detained before his jet left at 9 a.m.
Oh.
Still trying to lock a 4th and 5th source on the info coming away. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, where else are we? Where are we at? Oh! Aoki Lee Simmons posted support for Justin and Christian. She posted a picture sitting next to Justin saying, we love you. Everybody loves you. Forgive the Pennywise face. I was a weird kiddo, but the point stands. Let me tell you something. Ioki, sit this one out. And this one even got nothing to do with Ioki. She also posted a picture of Christian and the twins saying, King Combs, you're an excellent brother and cousin and human, point blank, period. Ioki needs to shut up. Again, well, maybe not, because we actually don't know what Justin and Christian did. So you know what? Fine, whatever, right? You know these boys. You grew up with the boys. You know the sisters. You think that they're really, really fantastic. So we don't know what actually happened or if Diddy is framing him, right? Let's see. Hold on.
So real quick.
Okay.
While she's talking, I'm going to show you these court filings. I'll leave the links for these. Let me go ahead and silence her for a second. But I'm going to leave a link to these court filings right here. If you go in here and you read the paperwork, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that's going to blow your mind. So Miss Ventura was used by P. Diddy at sex parties. What he would do is force her to have sex prostitutes or other males, and he would just film it and direct it. And even when she didn't want to, he forced her. As a matter of fact, he beat her until she did it. So that's some of the alleged allegations that were alleged in this paperwork that you guys got to see. There are a lot of big name people being named in these paperwork. This is not small by any means of imagination, man. Because now you have the biggest names in entertainment are all going to be dragged into this. You know, you're going to start hearing stories about what really happened. You're going to see people out there that probably felt like they didn't have a voice, like Cassie here. She's going to be pulled into this, and even though she settled, I'm sure she's going to have to talk now. You know, she starts telling people, starts telling the media who was involved in these parties. And then those people are going to have to come in, and more of this information is going to come out. What I'm hoping is it isn't just the low people on the totem pole that they hit. What I'm looking for is people at P. Diddy's level. That's what I want to see, more of that. Look, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Let's just be honest. We hear these rumors all the time, but until we know for sure they're guilty, you know, it's one thing to just assume, and I'm sure most of you are thinking like I am that they probably did it, but you know, the truth of the matter is we don't know. They're just allegations. But if they are indeed guilty of these things, you know what? I hope they find these people. Seriously, I really do. So here's one right here. And let me get this other one here real quick. Here's the new one. So this one wasn't that long ago that somebody filed. Let's see here. Out on 6/23. I think they released this to the public, or this is another person. But now there's several of these people, man. Several. Look right here. Doe was sex trafficked and gang by Mr. Combs, Mr. Beer, and third assailant. When she was just a teenager, Miss Doe met Mr. Beer, a third assailant, in the lounge in Detroit. This is just all this. There's tons of this in here, you guys. Look at them. All of them. Young. In here, they put in detail what these people did. See what I mean? Look at this. Right here, look at this. Her JJ was in pain. I mean, it's yeah. You gotta. I'll leave the links for these, you guys. Look, they got pictures they put in here. They got proof. They got emails. They got texts. But like I said, you guys, I will leave the link in there for you guys. You know what I mean? What's up, people? What's up, Chastity? Yeah, no, I'm not hiding them right here, man. Yeah, so I'm just surprised. Well, I guess I'm not. Again, if you're trying to change the news cycle, you're gonna have to do something that's on a really large scale, that stays in the news cycle for quite some time. This will do it. This will keep everybody distracted away from the elections, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Not to mention all the other things that are coming out. But it isn't just P. Diddy. Like I said, it's the people from Nickelodeon that are being exposed right now. You have that going on. Geez, now my brain's just clouded because there's so much of it to talk about. Jeffrey, what's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you guys stopping by. Sorry, this is a little bit different than what I normally do, but there are so many people talking about this, and it was all happening at one time. There's a lot of people out there that are still not sure about this information, so that's why I'm just kind of sharing it. Hopefully, there's so many people doing it on YouTube. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't have a big fit about it. That's why I got to be very careful about what's going on. So you're saying it's just a black screen? Is that right? That's weird because when I see the video, it isn't a black screen, and I don't know why it's doing black screen considering I have it on. But when you look at a video on my list, you will see me in it. So I don't know what the heck is going on. So when I show you the videos of the other YouTube channels, are you guys able to see them? Can you see them at all? So you're saying P. Diddy's middle management level, is that right? You want a big wig? Like somebody the size of, what's his name? Weinstein? Somebody that big? Yeah, the dream person now would be if they can get David Geffen. That would be huge. He's huge news. I mean, I don't know how much I could really talk about it on YouTube, but let me tell you this. There were a lot of people in L.A. who used to talk about him. And he had this thing where he used to go to the UCLA campus and had his own little party bus, so to speak. And these guys would get on there, then he would give them a drink, and those drinks had special stuff in it. And these people would go to sleep. And then they would find them people waking up dead somewhere. So that has been one of the biggest rumors for the longest time in Hollywood. But he also had a L.A. PD in his pocket. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest stories I heard. So he never felt threatened. As a matter of fact, anybody that rode with him, they had the same protection. They would get told ahead of time they were being investigated, who was snitching on them, what kind of evidence they had. They can make the evidence go away. If they found any of these bodies that this person was responsible for, they would cover it up from. Those rumors have been around for the longest time. And it's one thing if you hear it one time, it's another when you hear it a second time, but when you hear it over and over and over, I seen a boy who gave a speech at UCLA, who was a brother of one of the boys that ended up missing. And he called Mr. Geffen out by name. He said he's responsible for his death. It was crazy, man. But you see a lot of people now, hang around him still. So either they're unaware of it or they're aware of it and they just don't do anything about it. But these people are very influential, very strong, very powerful people. So Martha Stewart's audiences are screened 6 months before a show just to sit in our audience. Is that right? So there are people out there who are screening people. Who's The View? Boy, talk about people who suck. I wish I would nail one of them people just to shut them up. But, you guys hear all these rumors. I don't know if you guys heard about the Red Shoe Club and Bill Maher's part of that. And there's a bunch of rumors behind it. You guys got to read Kathy O'Brien's The Transformation of America. Man, the people she names in there will blow your mind. A lot of politicians, presidents, vice presidents, you name it. But her story about Dick Cheney is so gross and so nasty. And that guy's still walking around like it's no big deal. It's really bad. You can actually get the audio version of her book on YouTube. If you don't have time to sit down and read it, maybe you want to drive around, you get in some traffic, you guys will be able to hear the book while you're driving around. All right, let's get back to some of this video real quick and see what's going on.
Right? I'm about to wrap this up, but I'm reading what my sources are. I gotta get off the phone and start calling people. I need to start calling people. All right. Let me see if I know anybody works for Homeland Security. But I will say this, right? The news is coming out super, super fast.
Yep.
There's all this stuff. And right now I'm focusing the other rats and roaches that were around Diddy that are now scrambling because the lights are coming on. Baby, this doesn't end with Diddy. And we are following this to the bitter end to find out every person that was engaging in this mess and every person that's going to be held accountable, right? Listen, I'm on top of this. Listen, I'm doing more lives, right? Maybe even tonight I'll go back on live once I finish talking to my sources.
It's like I said, whatever the event had to be, it had to be so large to distract people from the elections and everything else that's going on in the news. It had to be so large that it had to be something that was going to stay in the mainstream media for months. This will do it, because this is going to start a domino effect. You're going to start seeing people whose names are big, and this will definitely stay in the news cycle, not just months. This is one of those ones, it could stay in a good year, maybe longer. So absolutely, this is changing the news cycle without a doubt. What do you guys think? I agree with her that the timing is suspicious that they're raiding on a Monday, because usually on a Monday is when they want something to stay in the headlines. And if they wanted to stay out of the headlines, but they got to report it, it's usually done on a Friday, right?
Your days are numbered. Conrad, your days are numbered. There will be justice, y'all. Everybody said what's taking so long. Well, the Homeland Security saw a lot of stuff, baby. Those NDAs don't mean nothing. You know who also is probably going to be a witness?
Oh, yeah.
Cassie.
She's right. Yeah. I told you these people signed these NDAs and took these settlements, but I said, those aren't going to do anything anymore. Those things are out the window now. This is something totally different. So they're going to be able to violate their NDAs, and they're going to have to testify.
Cassie's probably going to be a witness, because whatever NDA that Diddy had her sign, and she did sign an NDA, make no mistake. Whatever Diddy thing that Diddy tried to think, Cassie is probably going to be called in to testify, because she can't say no to the government. So yeah, oof, it's going to be a mess. I can't wait to see the trial.
No, but here's the thing. Diddy's one of the in people, if you get my drift. That's why I'm really shocked that he is the one that's being, pursued right now, because he's considered one of the in crowds. What's next? You're going to be chasing around Jay-Z? Sorry, that's the helicopter. That's a helicopter flying around the properties. But yeah, Jay-Z is another one of them. So it's going to be interesting to see if he somehow, some way gets linked into this. I know right now people who had any ties to do with P. Diddy, they're getting the hell out now.
Probably going to, and he can't, unless he takes a plea deal, right? He can't keep the trial from coming on, baby. Everything is going down. Trishawn said Puffy going to have to leave the planet.
Yeah.
Puffy is probably sitting there, probably texting Elon Musk, asking, or Jeff Bezos, can he get a ride on the rocket ship? Jennifer Jones says maybe he was on Jay-Z plane. That's too much a coincidence. I don't think he was on Jay-Z's check, but you know what? Let me shut up, because one thing about a man, they'll embarrass you. Yes, Lex Thoughts TV said they may pull an Epstein with the Diddy. Maybe. You never know. And Candida Fernandez, thank you.
It just really makes a difference how bad P. Diddy wants to save his own ass and his kids. What is he willing to give up to save his own skin? That will make a difference whether he ends up like Epstein or not. But it's just a matter of when they're going to break, what they're going to say, who they're going to include in their allegations. I mean, when it comes to P. Diddy, this man is connected to some very, very powerful and rich people. So if he has something on him, is it possible that he'll turn him in order to save his own skin? Or is it possible he'll blackmail him to get help? Very interesting.
So much for the super sticker. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Also, you guys, could you listen? I do want to say that while I'm on live, I've been texting every source. I've been texting everybody. I've been texting every messy person, every factual person. Y'all, make sure you subscribe and turn on these notifications because there is so much to come. Let's not forget, I bought y'all a lot of tea before it hit mainstream media. And I do not believe that that much has been not confirmed. Now, some of it might be hanging out there, but y'all, more is to come. More is to come.
So over the past 6 or 7 months on YouTube, there's been one video after another video after another video of these allegations against P. Diddy. And I was anticipating YouTube removing those videos, but it's very interesting that they weren't removed. So I guess you could have kind of seen this coming, but very shocked that this is the one they're throwing under the bus. What I would be curious about is, okay, you guys put it in the comments. How many of you believe they're going to link Jay-Z somehow into this? How many of you think they're going to go that route? Now, Jay-Z's connected with Obama. I think Obama would probably bail him out. I don't know if he'll do that for P. Diddy, but Jay-Z most likely get bailed out from Obama if he needed a lifeline. But how many think that definitely Jay-Z is going to get linked into this somehow? Let me know what you guys think. So anyways, you guys, look, I won't stay on too much longer. I just wanted to share this a little bit with people. And I was just curious how many people are aware of this. Yeah, the guy from the 70s show. It's not just Masterson. Come to find out that all of them, what is his name? Valderrama, the guy that played, what was his name in the show? The Mexican guy, Pez. Is that what it was? Fez, sorry, my bad. Fez, foreign exchange student. Fez. Man, dude, the whole time he was doing the 70s show, do you understand he was dating minors? I mean, Lindsay Lohan was a minor. He was with Mandy Moore. She was a minor. I mean, all the girls he was with were minors in Hollywood. This kind of thing happens. They do it in the open. They weren't hiding this. When they were asked during interviews, they just deny it. But it's not like they're hiding it. There's pictures of them galore. The guy that played the nerdy kid in the 70s show, he wouldn't hang around the other boys when they went out. And it mostly had to do with Masterson. He didn't want anything to do with him whatsoever. He didn't want to be around him. He didn't like him. So he refused to party with those guys. So he was kind of one of the people on the outside looking in. I did like the fact that they did the show The Ranch, and then that's when Masterson got arrested. So, but the good show. It's a great show. If you guys ever have Netflix, watch The Ranch. It's really good. My favorite hero in there, of course, is the Silver Fox himself. After 500 years, he's still a good-looking chap, man, if you ask me, for, 900 years old? Yes, the veil is definitely being lifted. This is just one thing after another. Like I said, the people involved with all the child diddling over there in Nickelodeon, or it's all now coming out. This P. Diddy thing is coming out. There's a lot of things, and it's all coming out at one time. Really interesting. Now, I don't know if it's all coming out at one time to help block some of those people who are being accused, you know what I mean, by running diversion and keeping an eye on other trials so that the mainstream avoids covering some cases more than others. I'm not sure why, but it's very interesting to see all of these people. Now it's being spoken about now in mainstream media. There's no covering up these people. The veil is definitely being lifted. Anyway, you guys, I don't want to bore you no more with this stuff. Like I said, I will leave down in the description these cases. You guys can go check them out yourself and see the details. All right? See the details. It's really sick, you guys. Anyways, I appreciate you guys chiming in. I'll catch you later. I'm out.